Hey! People say it's harder to break up with friends than with a partner, and the truth is, friends are not forever, so let's talk about friendships. So to begin with, important of friendship. Is it even important to have friends? And the answer is yes. First, us humans enjoy and we like to feel part of something, like part of a community, just a group of people, because it's natural, it's human nature to bond with people, and that's why friendships are like something that happens, like that just happened. So I think that friendships are also key for growth, because usually healthy friendships are like honest, they can give you positive criticism, they are supportive. And let's talk about the positive criticism, because a true friend should be able to tell you the truth without being afraid of hurting your feelings. It's not the case if they are like criticizing you, like negatively criticizing you, or they're mean with their comments about your life or about things that you do. That's not the case. That's not healthy at all. But a friend should be able to tell you something that you're doing wrong, like pointing it out to you, because that helps you to improve, that helps you to change and improve, do it better. And something that my therapist told me back in the day was that your friends are like a mirror or a reflection about who you are, what you like the type of person that you are. So I guess that's why some personal growth books have this quote, like if you hang out with people who wake up at 5 a.m. then you're more likely to do it as well. I think that you can learn a lot about someone based on the friends that that person has. Of course, it's not like a rule of thumb that that person is going to be like their friends, but it's like something usual, like it's a common thing. That's why people suggest that you choose carefully who you hang out with, who your friends are. Now, let's talk about taking care of your friendships, because at least me and I believe that a lot of people have had this friend who like stops talking to you or takes distance at the moment that they start being in a relationship, and that's completely normal. I understand that when you're in a relationship you prefer to be with this person because it's your partner, of course. You should always remember to take care of your friendships, like to talk to them, to ask them about how they're doing every now and then, because just because they're your friends, you should take care, you should worry about them. Now let's talk about friendships life cycle, because whether you like it or not, some friendships won't be forever. You won't be friends with your best friend forever. You might not be friends with your friends forever, and that's something hard to accept. I know it's tough, but it's the truth. You might not be friends with your friends forever, and that's it. Like, I repeated it just for you to get it in your mind. Of course, if we think about kindergarten or elementary school, middle school, whatever, like back then friendships were easier because you were friends with people just because you like the same TV show. It was as simple as, hey, I just want to play with you, like, let's hang out. But as you grow up, you'll realize that friendships become a more complex topic. We're constantly changing, and because of that, your friendships might as well change. And that is completely normal. Let's move to a more difficult side of friendships, and that is when you have to cut your friends off, because it's just not the same anymore, or they're toxic friends, or sometimes we just don't want to cut off our friends. And I'm talking about friends who tell you like mean comments about your life, about what you're doing, about your dreams that you're pursuing, or something, like even like passive aggressive comments, you know, like, oh my god, why are you wearing that, like it will look much better on me, stop wearing it, something like that. Those are not really friends. Receiving support from a friend is a bare minimum. Like, of course, it's true that you shouldn't give expecting to receive back, but support from a friend, that's the bare minimum. Like, if you're not getting support from a friendship, then it's not a friend, it's not a true friendship. I understand if you're trying to do something about it, like if there's anything left to do to try to save the friendship, then do it. But sometimes that will work out and you'll become, I don't know, closer, or your relationship will be better. But sometimes it won't. And just then you have to accept that. So my phone literally died, but I think the last thing I said was that we learn after we go through hard moments, but if you try to fix it and there's nothing left to do, you have two options, like cut them off or stay there. But if the reason why you cannot cut off your toxic friendship is because of fear, because you're afraid that you won't make any friends in the future or you will be alone, the truth is, maybe you won't make friends like the next day, but you eventually will make new friends. That's literally something to keep in mind. Like, you cannot expect the new to come to you if you don't make space by getting rid of what doesn't work anymore, or toxic people in this case. Something I wanted to add is that it is normal for you to miss your friends, that you're not friends with them anymore. The thing is, you might not really be missing them. I think it's more about you missing how you were feeling in that specific moment that you remember, you know? You really miss the way that friendship was back then, but it's not like that anymore. The bottom line here is that it is normal to feel nostalgia and it is normal to miss people, but you should just keep those nice memories with you and move on. I guess this is why I'd say that friendships are key for growth. I guess this is it. And what I want you to take away from all of what we talked earlier in this video is that friendships are something beautiful. And if you have a true friend by your side, then you're lucky, and please take care of that friendship and encourage them to do the things that they want to do and be there for them, support them. And some of your friends might be your friends forever. And that's amazing, because the thing is, we talked a lot about growth, but keep in mind that just as you will evolve over time, your friendships will do as well. I guess this is it. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.